After that, should we expect anything else? Is the Becker bill going to move?
Well, the other bills still refer to committee at this point, and I think that'll be a decision that's made down the road. Obviously, we've seen a pretty robust series of bills, so we'll see what happens down the road.
You expect more?
But we'll see what comes yet. I think this may be about it from the Senate. We've got House bills referred, as you know, and again, we'll just leave that for the weeks down the road.
What's the hang-up on online voter registration? It's something the Secretary of State has repeatedly asked you guys to pass. Why aren't we seeing that kind of bill move?
Sure. Well, there's a bill introduced in both chambers. We happen to have had 2 hearings on Representative Stinziano's bill on our side. Senator LaRose is working that on the other side. I think it's still something that's up for discussion within the various caucuses at this point. Obviously, we've had a pretty heavy lift in the things that we've done already on election reform this session. And that may be one that at this point still requires a little more dialogue.
What's your personal opinion of online voter registration?
You know, I'm supportive of continuing the discussion on it, and I've indicated that on several occasions in committee, even on the House floor. I think we have to get it right. And, you know, how we do that remains a matter of debate still. So I, like others, am trying to be thoughtful and work my way through the process.
Some of the groups that are listed there, including legal women voters, are concerned that, particularly on the early voting bill, that this is a slippery slope issue, that this is just the first of what is going to be continued cutbacks to early voting. Considering you did not put to rest concerns that Representative Becker's bill may move, considering some of the comments made by committee members, Republicans, when that bill was up, it seems that there is support, at least to some degree, for it. What can you say to those who are worried about this? That this is just the first step?
Well, with the changes that we'll see today in Senate Bill 238, Ohio will still remain in the top 10 states in the nation for early voting. You'll hear more about this during floor remarks in a little bit. And there, of course, have been other measures offered by members on both sides over the last several General Assemblies that would have cut early voting to an even shorter period of time than what's left. This is a 29-day period, which gets us within a 30-day registration period. I think it conforms with what has long been the practice in the state of having a 2-step process for voting. 1, we register; 2, we vote. And you know, there was a bill that was sponsored by the other side that would have cut early voting days to as little as 21 days. And so, you know, I think there's probably a proper balance point in these kinds of issues. And what I like to point out is that you know, early voting is a matter in this state and other states, I think, of convenience. It's not something that is suppressing the vote. It's not something that's preventing anybody from voting. And today, with the passage of 238, we'll still have, as I indicated, a number of early voting days in the state that places Ohio as a leader in the top 10 states with the number of days that one can vote prior to election day itself.
Representative Huffman, you mentioned that Democrats are basically trying to win elections by preventing